Greetings. I am a dragon alchemist, and allow me to entertain you. I am once again playing Fallout 4, where, after searching the inside of this garage and finding that it's a dead end, but had a few nice supplies, I re-engaged the ramp, and figured out that the way I originally went was actually the way I was supposed to go. Let's see if this mechanist has any other surprises for me. So far, nothing too deadly. But that could change really quickly. And I'd rather not get into that sort of a surprise. Ooh, purified water. Definitely gonna need that. Still need something to eat, though. I'm tired, I'm hungry, and my patience is running thin about engaging this mechanist. Oh, here we have an access port. Eat up, if you would, please. Mechanist loves his security doors. Then again, if I had the amount of steel and resources he had, I probably would have the same sense of style. Is that a trap? Nope, it's just... Oh, nothing so far. Cat bowls. Ooh. Definitely taking that. What's down there? Any way to get to it from here? No. Something tells me that's my exit later. Maybe. If I had to make a really quick run out of here because the mechanist set off a self-destruct device, I'm gonna have to keep this pathway in mind. Wow! The mechanist really likes his variety of doors.
That's a museum quality piece.
A watch? I suppose for 200 years old, yeah, that would count as a museum quality.
Got it.
That does kind of bring up a question. Art. Maybe we should set up some sort of artist colony somewhere.
Who have no respect for human life, who only wish death or pain for those around them. That is why I, the Mechanist, have made it my solemn vow to protect the innocent, to put an end to people like you.
Shut up! For all your speeches, you don't really take much effort in... Very nice. I admire your sense of style and your humor, but your fact-checking could use some work. In fact, it could use a lot of work. Reload. I might need that 3 extra shots in a second. Ada, please do not block my shots! Oh. Thank you. Robo-brains? I'm not quite sure I want to make a robo-brain, especially considering what I learned here about what happens and where the donors are coming from. But yes, artist colony. Not in the vein of... What was his name? What was his name? I've completely forgotten his name. I know it's... Pikmin! Pikmin, yes. We don't want any of that. No. Serial killer art is not something I would like to sponsor. Admittedly, his art revolves around raiders, but I can only wonder how long that'll last. Oh dear, this is a gas-filled area. I fire this laser PDW, I'm gonna go up in flames. I may have to switch over to my Ripper for this one. Unless Ada just shoots her own weapon, in which case, my preventative measures aren't going to make any difference. The Commonwealth could use some art. Let's see. An Epsilon 7, yep, warning. Log 077, what a waste. I've been down here almost 4 months now, and I'm already getting bored. I thought it would be exciting to sign up and work for the robotics program, but when I finally got my departmental assignment, I almost quit. Power Substation A. Are you kidding me? 4 years of electrical engineering school, and they have me babysit a bunch of generators? I can strip a Mr. Handy or Protectron down to its space parts in under 2 hours, and they stick me here. What a goddamn waste of time. Log 80. Cunning plan. After talking to Sharpley during my smoke break, I thought of a way to turn my isolation into an advantage. I've got a buddy in the civilian sector who works for a vending company, and he reckons that I can make a few bucks if I stick one of his cigarette machines down here. It would save everyone a trip all the way to the surface if they're out of smokes, give me an excuse to say hi to any of the ladies that happen to wander in to purchase some. I'll tell you, Sharpley's a goddamn genius. I might even have to comp him a few free packs for his help. Log 82, Substation B. I took all the trouble to sneak that machine into my substation just to have Banks over at Substation B start complaining about the smoke. At first I thought he was just jealous that all of the ladies had been hanging around my new cigarette machine during their smoke breaks. Then he showed all his cards when he told me he's going to lodge a formal complaint with Delano if I don't make him happy. He doesn't care about the smoke. Sneaky little thief just wants a cut of the cigarette sales. I might have to pay him off to keep the brass off my back. Official approval. Finally got official approval to keep the cigarette machine in my substation. I'm pretty sure the free cartons that got their way into the general's desk may have had something to do with it. Now Banks can't do a damn thing about it, and he isn't getting a single penny. Looks like this electrical engineer just came out on top for once. Nothing like a little corruption around the base to make things interesting. Little bits of office politics, little bits of greasing the palms. Everything involving bad news when it all hits the fan. Can't do anything about this generator? Fine. Finally time to actually eat something with a bit of water content in it. Main reason I haven't eaten anything was I didn't want to waste the hydration that it could give. A vegetable soup, and it wasn't enough. I might have to eat that squirrel stew. Yep, I do. I was saving that squirrel stew for a special occasion. There we go. A little bit better. Still gotta worry about the gas in here. Oh dear. That's not good. Whiskey. Take the fancy hairbrush for the silver. Take those. Oh yeah! Oh, why am I reloading? Why am I reloading? Darn it, I thought I could sneak up on it a bit better than that. But nope, it just saw me and tried to attack. At least I got out of the gas section. Would have hated to have gone up in flames. Okay. From now on, I really should secure the area before I start looting. I mean, I've been doing that and it's been keeping him alive. Why in the world should I stop? Let's see, any traps? No traps. That's really the bane of any adventure, really. Trapped containers. You present a container to any person who loves to loot, and that's pretty much going to be the death of them. Just don't give any indication that the previous containers were trapped, and the next one they come across, boom, it's gonna go up in their face. Wow. Really wow. Ooh, this is a bit of a mess, but with those arms, if you could clean up the mess down here, I wonder what you can make. It's gonna take a long time to clean up said mess, but those still look operational. If that's operational, oh, you know what? Last thing I need is the mechanist to activate those things and swat at me with them. Oh, that's legendary. That's a legendary bot. Oh, I was thinking about critting it, but let's just go with the regular shots. Whoa!
I'd suggest you stop doing that before you hurt someone.
Who? Me? Or them? You're probably saying that to them. Explosive hunting rifle. I was kind of wondering why that thing exploded. Did it have a sentry butt piece on it? Well, in any case, I'm gonna be keeping my distance. Yep, gonna keep my distance of any bot I kill from now on. Oh, now I'm carrying too much because that was a mini nuke I picked up. And mini nukes are heavy. How much more can Ada carry, though? I've been giving her a lot of stuff lately. Then again, I've been giving her stuff in about 50-pound chunks, considering my carrying capacity. Oh, there we go. We've just about hit the limit. Can't give her any more, so got to be careful about what I pick up from now on. Where am I going here? I'm guessing that's the right way. Let's check what's back here before I go along. Don't want any surprises sneaking up on behind me. Check the roof. Always gotta check the roof. Yep. Don't activate, don't activate. Last thing I need is that thing coming down on me and crushing me like a tin can. Would certainly be a lot more effective than the robots he's been sending at me. What's back here? There's a bit of radiation, but I can handle it. For a given definition. Ooh, hello. We have a stim pack and antibiotics. I'll take both of each. Looks like a researcher decided to hold up back here. Was this Protectri trying to kill him and he shot it to pieces? Hard to say what the story is behind that. But there's a story there. There is a story there. Reload. Watch the rads in any case. Nothing so far. How deep does this factory and testing area go? I know it's a secret government installation, but how in the world did you make something this big and keep it a secret? And why here? Out of every place in the Commonwealth, why here? Facilities Director's holotape. This should be interesting.
Tony Delano facilities. Air filtration's on the fritz again. It's like a constant haze in here. I swear to God, if these people don't quit smoking, I'm gonna sue for health benefits. Yeah, like anyone here would allow that to happen. Anyway, I got McDaniel up there taking a look. But if that fan needs replacing again, I'm having Fadley fired. I don't care if he is some hotshots kid. He can't do this job. And I'm the one that's got to answer to Rawlings.
My robots will see to it that no further harm will come to the Commonwealth. I believe that good will always overcome evil. Justice will prevail today.
Let's take them out.
Already did so. If you're gonna attack every time you send one of those iBots at me, you can save the speech. You have the element of surprise. Use it. And it sounds like it's just the usual crazy politics from that holotape. Nothing really special. Let's see what's on the terminal, at least. Unit tasks. Let's see. Unit P220, decommission, assignments, scrap retrieval, status aborted, repairs, loading dock, disposal, completed. Nothing interesting. Repair orders. Let's see. Protectron experiencing voice distortion. Check speakers or hardware. Assign none. Mr. Gutsy. Nothing special. Eval needed. Left leg lost in assembly. Replace or decommission. And again, nothing special. Facility requests. Let's see. September. Production orders approved by T. Harkin. 50 feet of copper wire, 160 by 120 steel sheets, 8 high-temperature air filters, 2 Robco model E601 terminals. September R&D orders pending approval, 200 autoclave bags, 2 sharp spins, 50 units of isopropyl alcohol. Huh. That sounds like some serious surgery going on down there. Considering they're removing brains, that kind of falls in line with what they need. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see where this is going. Start the reload. Alright, let's autosave, because I don't want to go through that trip again. Alright, Mechanist, we're getting closer. I hope you're in a mood to talk, because you've been rather persistent in eroding my will to talk. But I will endure. I will endure. Sparking wire. You really should get that fixed. That's a hazard to your own robots. Okay, nothing waiting for us over here. That would have been a great ambush spot. Place with no cover. You set up a good turret here, you're pretty much done for. I mean, a person can drop, but unless they're wearing power armor like me, that fall's gonna pretty much break their legs. But that's just me. I have a sense for security nowadays. But given how I have to constantly update the castle security, I guess that makes sense. Again with the doors. Got nothing else. What's my weight looking at here? I'm looking at 15 pounds. Okay, I should level up first, though. And again, it's going straight into Robot Expert. I have no idea at this rate if having 3 ranks in Robots Expert actually does anything for me in regards to upgrading Ada or any other robot I decide to craft later on. But at the same time, considering what I'm doing, it makes perfect sense that I would have a better sense of how to craft robots after all I've done. I suppose it's thematically fitting. Research wing. And there's a cell right next to it. Isn't that cheery?
Scan this.
This cannot end well. This cannot end well. Ooh, I like that door. Again, nothing. Each step I take that gets me closer to the Mechanist, I get more worried about what he's gonna spring on me.
Past yield such interesting finds.
Is he a one-trick pony? Is he just only going to sick robots after me? Or does his layer have some kind of defense that he just hasn't sprung on me yet. Ooh, forfeiture terminal password. I suppose that'll be useful later, because this looks like it doesn't require a password. Oh good, I can check the terminal without having to get out of my power armor. Okay, this is a little weird. Okay, personal log entry. SMG GC Broderick, U.S. Army, MP Division. They're offloading another set of subjects to us today. I don't know what these men and women did to deserve being sent here, but since they were transferred from civilian penitentiaries, I can only assume they're the worst society has to offer. I don't think these people have any idea what's about to happen to them. One thing's for sure, these prisoners would have been better off serving their time elsewhere. I'm starting to hear rumors around the block that I don't like. Esteban told me that he overheard two of the eggheads saying that the prisoners are having the brains cut out of their heads or something like that. I know that the brass is running experiments on these inmates, and that they were pretty intense, but I didn't know they were literally cutting them open. I'm not sure how I feel about this. After all, I joined the military because I wanted to serve my country and protect my fellow Americans. I guess I'll keep it to myself for now. Yeah, having doubts about the experiments, are we? The rumors floating around the block are getting worse. One of our informants said that the prisoners are talking about rioting. The things that they're saying are true, that inmates are getting dissected and the parts used for robots. I almost can't say that I blame them. Esteban said we should go right to Gamma 9 status, but I don't want to push the panic button unless I absolutely have to. I've decided to take all this the way to the top and meet with General Rawlings. Criminals or not, these experiments are wrong and they need to be stopped before it's too late. I'm guessing, considering the state of the facility, this last log entry says, shut it, sit down, and do your job. Broderick got reassigned out of the facility today. I think they have him scrubbing toilets at some backwater listening post in Anchorage now. They put me in charge of the cell block, and I initiated Gamma 9 status. After 2 days, the threat of rioting has ended, and everything is back to normal. Oh, this is Esteban. Oh dear, yep. It's worse, he got reassigned. The brass gave me the go-ahead and start sending people to the medical section, and everything is proceeding as planned. If we have any hope of beating the enemy at their own game, we need to get these robots online. Who cares what happened to a few lousy inmates? I told Broderick he needed to fall in line, but he wouldn't listen. Of all people, I would have expected him to understand that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Yeah, isn't that the usual line? But then, whatever happened to, oh, I don't know, justice? I suppose I should have expected. Considering everything that I've seen already. Let's see. Property storage. Is this the way I have to go? What's this way? This is the research labs. Oh! What am I looking at here? Well, those aren't something I can shoot at. Let's hold off in a second. Let's see what's back here. Ammunition. More ammunition. Scalpel. Anti-freeze. Now I'm overweight. Great. Now I am at my very limit. Okay, something has to go, and it's gotta be weighing 2 pounds. What 2 pounds do I have to drop? These wrenches can go. Alright, I cannot take anything else at all. Nothing else. Ah, that's where that password was needed. If I find something very necessary, I'll pick it up, but unless it's something really nice. Ooh. This poor guy got locked up. Gold! Hello! Okay, I might have to, Oh, that's a lot of good stuff in here. That's a lot of good stuff. Oh, I'm coming back for you. Oh, yes. We'll be back. We will be back. For now, though, I just gotta secure the area and get to the Mechanist. He is not making this easy. And... oh. We might have ghouls. What is this? Oh. Oh. Oh my. This is not a story that has a good ending. No. No, it does not. You dead? I cannot get to you without opening the door.
Sweet.
I'll take your bottle caps, but you have so many bobby pins and you couldn't get out. That's a shame. What about you? Parts from lack of water. Open up.
Yes.
Shot glass. Med-X. I'm guessing between starving to death and overdosing, you chose one thing to make things out easier on yourself. It's going to be a mess of ghouls as soon as I walk down this corridor. I know it. You know it. Well, let's take a break for a second. Okay. Watch the open cells. It's the open cells that I worry about. One of these ghouls is gonna just spring up. Double tap.
Take them down.
Alright. Just making sure. Nice hit. This doesn't seem fair at all. Well, I don't need to build up my crit meter, so let's just make it easy on him. Make it easy on him. And try and put him out of his misery.
Nice.
What do you got? Gonna have to drop something, but I'm not leaving a legendary item behind. I am not. You got any weapons I could drop? I have a bunch of grenades. I really should use them right now. Yeah, the only thing I can drop is junk, so I have got to choose what to drop. I really don't need the Braxo cleaner as much as I used to. Same with the antifreeze, really. Not dropping that, though. I need the gears. I could stand to drop this. Okay. Legendary items I am keeping. Another unfortunate soul. Yeah. They're just gonna sit here for all eternity. If I just leave them in their cells. I may as well just end it for them. Things will not get better. Locked up for 200 years in a small cell. Hey, Ada, you could stand to help a bit, thank you. What about you? Yep, that's another one down. 200 years locked up in a tiny cell, unable to die. Not a pretty sight. They've lost their minds. I don't know how many years ago.
That's it.
Oh, come on! Really? I have to deal with the Mechanist, and now I got Red Rocket under attack. I am hoping that the defenses I set up are enough to withstand, because it does not look like I'm going to be coming out to help them for a long time. Okay, it looks like there's another cell block up there. What is in here? And is it gonna be a threat to my health? This is an elevator. It will bring me downstairs. Okay, okay, I can see where that's going. What's up here then? Yep, these are the holding cells, and this is where the patrols would have gone to make sure they all kept in line. How'd you get out? Unless you were one of the security staff. Oh, a stealth boy. That might explain it. Okay, what's in here? Yeah, I'll take the model. Medical observation terminal. Okay, warning, cell door malfunction. Please notify security and initiate lockdown protocol. Subject A22. Cell B3, age 34, gender male. History, convicted of serial killings in the DC area, not to be visited alone. Security personnel required for all interviews. Evaluation. A22 shows higher brain function but weak constitution. We've been giving him a high-protein diet and started sessions on electrotherapy to treat his muscles. It shouldn't be long until this brain survival rate for the procedure is no longer a risk. Huh. Beefing him up so he won't die in the procedure. How nice. A53. Cell B4, age 48, gender female, history, convicted for arson, burned down a courthouse, leaving 3 dead. Only approach when sedated. Evaluation. Family medical history of dementia. Brain health is likely to decline or skew data. Recommend for termination. Huh. Subject A57. History. Convicted for murder of a waitress. Prone to sudden outbursts of violence. Recommend subject be restrained at all times or sedated. Evaluation. Highly emotional. Currently on a cocktail of antidepressants and anti-anxiety. Dr. Astraford is starting psychiatric sessions to further see if she's a good candidate. Sounds like a terrible case of bipolar disorder. Subject A72. History. Convicted of second-degree murder while under the influence of alcohol. Evaluation. Subject displays high intelligence and knowledge of tactics. Slight signs of PTSD. Dr. Astraford to evaluate for treatment. Oh dear. This sounds like someone who was in the war. A88. History. Ex-military. Convicted of second-degree manslaughter. Assault resulting in hospitalization and later death of the victim. Evaluation. Subject is highly intelligent and proved to be mentally sound. Approved for candidacy. Huh. Okay, this is very worrying. Some of the subjects here were pretty much amoral murderers. No doubt they deserved to be locked up. Others, they sound like they needed mental health more than anything. They did not deserve to be set down here and have their brains scooped out for testing results. This... yeah, I was right. I was right. These stories do not end well. I'm not quite sure if subjecting the people who did kill several people is right, but we definitely know for sure some people did not deserve to be sent here. They needed mental health, not getting this. This is not good. These are one of those times that maybe, just maybe, the nuking of the old world might have actually been a good thing in some regards. It at least reset conditions so that things could improve. Because, as we all know, people in power seldom give up that power, especially when they abuse that power. Alright, I'm gonna be hitting that button, but that'll be for the next episode. For now, though, I hope I've entertained you. Farewell.